Good morning. Good morning to you. What is up? What is happening? In the words of Big G, Grant Cardone, who has your money? That's right. It's a question. Who has your money? It's a great question, isn't it? Who has your money? So last night I was doing our fast track. I do a weekly fast track training. And we had a new attendee who was like, wow, I don't know why I haven't been doing info products all along. I think this is a lot easier than I thought it was. See, that's what happens when you get the right training. That's what happens when you get the proper training, right? Everybody overcomplicates this and makes it like 100 billion x harder than it really is. But my question for you today is who has your money? In other words, in since 1900, actually before 1900, the money went like this. You got a list of people. Hey, Tom, how you doing? You got a list of people. You create an offer for them, and you get the offer out to the list. So this is the same method that we use today. But now your list, back then, the way you would do it is you would take all kinds of directories and things and compile lists people that you could send letters to. Now, you can still do that today, actually. But online, you have to find how you're going to build your list, how you're going to build your audience. Now, coincidentally, I do have a product on that at resellertoolkit.com/the4-traffic-sources. But thing I want to say right now is every day you got to be building your audience. You got to filter how am I going to build my audience? If you got no audience, you've got no sales, right? So yes, I believe in creating products. I believe in creating services. I believe in being very, very, very prolific and productive in that aspect. But you got to be audience building. You got to be audience building. And if you do not know what your traffic personality is, you need to go to resellertoolkit.com/4-traffic-sources. Now, for right now on this live stream, what I have to say is this: just who could you reach with an offer today or this week? Who could you create an offer for that would be likely to buy that offer? And how would you get the message out to them, right? How would you get the message out to them? And what can you do to build your audience this week? Now, you can do live streams like I'm doing right now. These work. They're not going to build you huge, gigantic, enormous, massive lists, but guess what? They work, right? You definitely will build your list and get the message out. You could be posting on Facebook stories. Instagram stories is a great way to build your list. Offer something free, right? Reels, I did a product on Reels. I think it's resellertoolkit.com/reels, I think. Reels on Instagram and Facebook, great way to get the message out. You'll get a lot more exposure on Reels than you do just post on your timeline and newsfeed and so forth. They're fantastic. Reels are fantastic. I need to do more of them. Now, you can write. There are so many freaking opportunities to get traffic by writing. This is the one of the things I teach in 4 traffic sources. You can do podcast interviews. You can do your own podcast right now. And you can get affiliates. So there's a whole menu of options, but when you really boil it down, there's only 4, right? When you really boil it down, there's only 4. So you've got to know what your traffic personality is, what you personally can do to reach more people. Because if all you're doing is reaching the same old people over and over, it sucks. I mean, it just sucks. Because you ain't going to make any money, or you ain't going to increase the amount of money you're making. You've got to reach more people. So you can do more content marketing. You can start doing YouTube videos, or you can put books up on Amazon. Like Katrina Ruth in a relatively short period of time wrote 50 books for Amazon because she wrote 2,500 words a day. But you got to know, for you personally, you got to know, how are you going to get traffic? What's your traffic personality? And you got to do that every day. If you don't, then who are you going to put your offers out to? All right, so because there's two elements to this equation. One is being prolific with offers. I believe you got to be prolific with offers. But what's the sound of one hand clapping? It's nothing. If you've got no freaking audience, right? So you got to know, how are you going to build your audience? How are you going to build your audience, right? How are you going to build your audience? And that has to match who you are as a person. What are your skills? What are your ability? What's your abilities? And what can you do the first thing every morning to build your audience, to build your list, right? What are you going to do every day? Because just posting on Facebook or posting over on Instagram isn't enough to build your list, right? I mean, you got to post out every day on Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, you might build a couple people, but you got to go way beyond. You got to expand way beyond that. You got to get more reach than that. It's just not going to cut it, right? If you're not making money online, there's really only two things. Either you're not getting the traffic to your offers, the people to see your offers that you need to see your offers, or you're not making enough offers, good enough offers, recurring billing offers, bigger. You're not making offers, right? So you got to make more offers, and you got to get people to see your offers. That's all. That's all this business boils down to. So which one of those are you not doing? Are you not making more offers, or are you not getting people to actually see your offers? Now, getting people to see your offers, it took me, and the 4 traffic sources I spent, I don't know, 90 minutes or a couple hours explaining the 4 traffic sources. And then in the members area, there's tons of videos to deep dive on the different areas, right? But this is, I think, the big challenge. I think creating offers is easy personally. Like, again, so last night, a new person comes, he's like, well, I thought this was going to be hard. This is a lot easier than I thought it was to create offers and stuff, right? I think creating offers is like water. I mean, it's like drinking water. Like, okay, I just created an offer. Creating offers is easy. The challenge is, okay, so how are you going to get eyeballs on how are you going to get traffic to the offers? That's really your challenge today, right? By the way, before I forget, let me show you what we got popping over on marlinsnews.com. Yesterday, I haven't wrote the blog post today. Yesterday, I had how to start your digital online business, online business selling digital products. That's actually got some really good tips about how you create your products, how you create your offers. The day before, the money's in the list. Now, this was a cool post. This is a really cool post because I actually have images and screen caps. This is how they would compile their lists back then, right? This is how they would compile their lists back then. All the different types of sources they would use to compile their lists, right? And here's somebody at a 40,000 mailing list, and they would have to keep their list in index cards like this, and they would keep highly detailed index cards. They would have whole data and correspondence rooms and stenographers and files and everything. We don't have to do any of that today because it's all done online. It's miraculous what we do today, right? But that's a really great article to read. The money's in your little, make you appreciate the power of what we have today. Got a good article here, Marlon, Where Is My Money? How to sell products online using the triple P's. Can you solve a bigger problem? How to sell info products. Why steady beats big burst. So I've got a lot of help for you on the blog over at marlinsnews.com. If you are a writer and you can write, let me just throw something out to you. Why don't you write 2,500 words every day and put out an ebook on Kindle every week or every 2 weeks? Right? That's what Katrina Ruth did. Think of that. If you in the next year you had 50 books up on Kindle, would that change things? Would that change things? Yeah, you know what? It probably would change things. If you were writing for Medium, LinkedIn Pulse, Wattpad, and all these other online publications and things that you can write for, would that Quora, would that change things? Yeah, probably would change things. But if all you do is make a post over at Instagram and Facebook, Twitter, will that change things? A little bit, right? Like a little bit. Like if you're offering something free, it's going to be better than not offering something free. That'll get people on your email list. But the reach, you see, unless you're doing Reels, you've got no reach. Now, Reels will have reach, but just posting on Instagram newsfeed, Facebook newsfeed, there's very little reach. There's a little bit of reach, right? There's a little bit of reach, but it's not a lot of reach, right? I get more reach posting over on my blog from Google and so forth than I do posting on Facebook. The newsfeed. I'm not talking about Reels. I'm just talking about the newsfeed, right? So you've got to aggressively get reach. You've got to aggressively get your message out to people. You got to figure out, okay, how am I going to do that? What's my writing personality? What's my traffic, not writing person. What is my traffic personality? There are 4 traffic personalities. You've got to know your traffic personality and you've got to hunker down on it. If you were on 100 podcasts in the next, I don't know, 100 days, 200 days, 300 days, would that change things? Would that change things? Yeah, it probably would, wouldn't it? Or if you had a podcast and you had 100 people on your podcast before the end of the year, would that change things? Hell, probably would. If you just put out a post on Instagram or Facebook once a day, is it going to change things? Not very much. I mean, you'll get some people on your list. If you do freebies, you'll get a few people on your list, but not really a lot, right? If you really hunkered down on YouTube and got really freaking good at YouTube, would that change things? Yeah, it would. But not just like, I'll show you, we broadcast over to YouTube, but I don't hunker down on YouTube, right? And by that, I mean, we're just broadcasting over there, but I'm not creating anything specific for YouTube. And there's really a big difference there in that, because we mine go over here on lives usually and not on the videos because of how YouTube works. So we get 5 views, 21 views, 18, 52. That was actually pretty good. 10, 14, 4, 16, 9, 29, 14, 28, 22. So we get some views over there, right? We go over to twitter.com/Marlon Centers. I don't know if I think I can see my views over there. Let's see. You couldn't see that. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me just go back and show you on YouTube. These are my basic stats. So 53 views in the last 48 hours. I don't know. What is this one? 159 views. I can't see what this one is here. I'm up 82% compared to the previous February, a year ago, right? So I'm getting some traffic from YouTube, but it's not, 27 views here, 15 here, 6, 151. Now, if I really hunkered down, this could really be, if I was posting actual videos over here on videos, then this could really start to build up, right? 227 views here. Now you get more views over here, but see, I still don't have a lot of views. Like, you really have to hunker down and get really good if you're going to do YouTube. Same thing over on Twitter. I put out over there, and I get 20 views here. 11. Now, you combine this over to YouTube and other places, it all adds up. 30 here, right? 32 here. 36 here. I'm actually getting pretty good views over there. That's interesting. Not bad. And then I'm over on LinkedIn. I'm on all over Facebook. So when you add all of that up and you go to Aweber and look, You see, these are the opt-ins here, right? The purple's the last 30 days. So you can see if I really hunker down better on it, I get more opt-ins, right? I've not been as consistent posting some stories and things like that the last few days. So you can see the opt-ins are less, right? The previous 30 days, I had 342. Last 30 days, just 157. So that tells me I've got, I can do more. I can do better. I need to hunker down more. Now, some of these opt-ins also come from affiliates, which makes a difference, right? So anyway, my point is, are you really hunkering down? Are you really focusing on building your list? Because offers are great, and I believe in being prolific with offers. You got to get offers out there, but offers without an audience won't get you any money unless you start recruiting affiliates. Now, you can go out and recruit affiliates. Affiliates can send you a crap load of traffic, but you got to get an offer out there that affiliates want to promote. You got to get an offer that affiliates want to promote. Yeah, so you got to know what are you personally going to do to get your traffic? What's your traffic personality? What are you going to do every day that's going to get you the traffic and the eyeballs? Because again, offers are great. Offers are how you make all your money. You got to be aggressive with offers to whatever list you've got. But if you want to make more money, you got to get reach. You got to get an audience. Part of getting an audience is having a message. You got to have a magnetic message that will attract your audience. You got to have something that people want to hear. If you put your post out and it's like a graveyard and nobody listens, then you probably got to either you're just not reaching anyone, and that's a possibility, or you got to take your message and really jazz up your message. You got to get your message more on point to the people you want to attract. And I would add that do reels, right? Because reels will definitely get you more eyeballs right now than, as far as Instagram and Facebook. Reels are probably where it's at, right? My Instagram, I'll show you over on Instagram. We got, let's see what we can see over here. So I can't see the views here. I can see just like hearts. That doesn't really tell us anything, does it? Do I have, I think I got analytics here somewhere. I should have analytics. Ad tools. See if I've got analytics here so I can see what's going on. Let's see here if I got, all right. So that's ads, but I just want insights. View all insights. Okay, so here's my Instagram reach. In the last week, I guess. All right. So my Facebook page reach, 3,360. Oh, that's paid reach there. All right. So I guess this is Instagram followers by age. All right. Good. That really just still doesn't tell me traffic, does it? Results or audience. Well, I got a lot of stats here, but it's not really telling me. So this is interesting. My page reach, probably because I ran ads here and didn't here, I'm guessing, but my Instagram reach is also down. Like ever since February 6th, my reach went way down. I could go back and look what the heck happened on February 6th. Like ever since then, my reach went like that, like ka-ching, right? But let's check profile visits is a bit of another story. My profile visits are doing pretty good here. Here's Facebook page visits, page and profile visits. That's not doing bad. Instagram over here. All right. New likes and follows. All right. Oh, I see. Over here, I had paid reach and I stopped doing the ads, and that's why my reach went down. All right. So I think that's pretty interesting content here. Let's see. So here's reach. I don't know if this is on Facebook or Instagram, but you can see the reach here, right? All right. Oh, that one did good, right? That's interesting. All right. So all of this, what this means is all of these things add up. Like all the reach adds up to opt-ins, and you can see when you're doing a good job and when you're not, when you're pushing, when you're really focusing on it and when you're really not, right? And I think all of that's valuable to you. And so you've got to say, no, what's my traffic personality? What am I going to do today to increase my reach? Right. And you got to keep making aggressive offers out there. You know, you got to make more offers. You got to build your audience. Make more offers, build your audience. Build your audience, make more offers. Build your audience, make more offers. Are you building your audience today? And do you have an offer today that you're using to make money? Do you have an offer today or this week that you're putting out there to make money with? And are you doing something this week to make money? Now, I'm going to give you one thing and then we'll wrap this up. To reward those of you who listened all the way to the end, I'll give you like a valuable thing. The more opt-ins you have out there, the more freebies you have out there, the more opt-ins you have out there, the more opportunities for people to opt in, the more you're going to build your list. So that's one thing you can do right away is just create more freebies and start distributing them around. That alone will get you more opt-ins. That alone will start this number to increase and to look better. So that's your big tip for today. Just put more out there, put more opt-ins out there, put more freebies out there, and make the thank you page an offer. So now you're building your list, you're making offers, building your list and making offers. One thing I'm looking at is Facebook lead ads. Haven't started running them yet, but I'm probably also going to start running Facebook lead ads simply because it takes no effort. They just run in the background all the time, right? So, all right, guys, you all have a great day. Let me get over here. See if I can, wow, did I lose my, I got to find my stream here to be able to exit out of this. Here I am. All righty. Okay, guys, this is it. This is guys and gals. Go out today. Make an offer this week. If you're not making an offer this week, offer something. Offer something. Like I recommend a class. Let people attend it and only pay if they love it. I do that all the time. And start building your list every freaking day. If you want help, I got really some great resources and great information at resellertoolkit.com/4-traffic-sources. Y'all have a great day. I'll